Alright everyone, it's time for another story time with me. I know everybody loves me, therefore it is going to be the best story time ever. But in all seriousness, this story time I think is going to be a little bit different than a lot of Alyssa's other story times, in that I don't necessarily, I'm not going to be talking completely about a story that happened in my past or anything like that. It's kind of personal opinion mixed in with some of my stories from my past. It's going to be kind of about dreams. And by dreams I don't mean that you go to sleep at night and you have dreams, because I don't dream and I can't talk about that kind of thing. But it's going to be more of like what kind of dreams you have when you're younger, what kind of dreams you have when you're older, and why it's important to dream. I mean, when I was a kid, I had this ever-changing but gradually developing dream that I was going to be a professional basketball player. And I mean, I worked really hard at it. I thought that I was actually going to become a professional basketball player. I would watch basketball, I would study basketball. Every waking move would be influenced by basketball. How I could become better, how I could jump higher, how I could shoot better, what I could do to improve my ability so that I could become a professional basketball player. And in saying that, probably, it became an unhealthy obsession. I mean, there is room for family and there's room for all these other good things in life when you do have this dream. I probably was on the more dangerous end of obsessing over it. But at the same time, I think it is very important to have dreams when you are younger. Because if you don't have dreams, then you don't know what to strive for. I mean, when I was younger and when I was working so hard at becoming a basketball player, that was my goal. I would put in the work, I would put in the time, I would make every single effort that I could to achieve the goal that I had set in mind. And I think that's a very important thing when you're young. You need to have something to work towards. You can't not work towards something. You have to have a dream. And it's very important to dream, because I mean, if you don't dream, then you're not going to accomplish anything. If you set your goals low, you're going to accomplish not very much. And just because I didn't become a professional basketball player and didn't accomplish my dreams doesn't mean that it was necessarily a bad thing to do. Because when you strive for something, it teaches you along the way. What's a reasonable expectation for me? How can I get better at this? And you're working at it. You're constantly striving to do better, to get better at whatever it is you have a dream for. And for me, that was basketball. I mean, I put in so many hours of work. I would go to the gym, I would work out, I would increase my vertical leap, I would increase my shot, I would shoot from everywhere, because my parents told me, like, well, Robin, you're probably not going to become a professional basketball player. And that was them trying to kind of like curb my enthusiasm, so that when I eventually didn't become a professional basketball player and didn't do that with my life for a number of different reasons. One was that I wasn't good enough, but the other reasons were that practically I looked at basketball players and how often do they really get to spend time with their families? Well, it's not that much. You don't get to spend Christmas with your family, you don't get to spend holidays with your family, you don't get to do a lot of the things that you would normally associate with being a family man. And I realized that I put a lot more stake and a lot more value in spending time with my family, which at the time I didn't have. I didn't know who was going to be my family, but I thought whoever was my family, whoever I would marry, whatever kids I would have, they deserved more of my time than basketball did. And that's the eventual conclusion that I came to. But I digress. I put in the work. I made every effort to increase my vertical leap. I got to the point where, honestly, I look at some of the NBA players today and it's like I could jump higher than them. I had a 40-inch vertical leap. Not many people can say that. I could touch 11'6", and I'm a 6-foot guy. I could touch almost double my height, which is kind of a crazy feat, and to that point it was a little bit of an obsession. That's what I put my stake in. My dream became who I was, and that's a little bit dangerous to do when you are so young. But at the same time, it's super important to have dreams. There is credence, there is something to be said for having realistic dreams and dreaming for something in the future that you can accomplish, but at the same time, having some unrealistic dreams and working towards those things can be beneficial to you in the end. I thoroughly enjoy basketball. It's something that I still enjoy doing, I still enjoy playing. I still can dunk a basketball, whatever. It's a lot of fun, but now I have a more realistic dream, which is raising a family, raising them well, teaching my son all the things that I want him to know. And that's a realistic dream, but at the same time I have other dreams. Like, I love traveling, and I want my family to see the world. I want to travel to New Zealand, I want to travel to Australia. I want them to have the best life that I can give them. That might be a more unrealistic dream, but at the same time, if I don't set that unrealistic dream, what am I going to strive for? What am I going to try to accomplish if everything I have is just comfortable? And so that's something I would put a challenge out to you guys. Do you have a dream? What is your dream? And is it unrealistic? If it is, that's okay. Honestly, it is okay to dream. You need to have those dreams if you want to strive towards something and if it's going to teach you how to work at it. But having those dreams means you actually have to work at it. And I would encourage you, no matter how unrealistic your dream, okay, let me rephrase that. If your dream is unrealistic, work at it. Work hard at it. Accomplishing your dreams isn't something that comes overnight and is just going to be handed to you. You have to work hard at it. And so do it. Like, if your dream is to become an artist, a professional artist, work at it. Do it. And if eventually you realize that's not what you want to do, that's fine. But over the course of that hard work and that tough stuff that you had to go through to accomplish your dream, you will have learned a lot about yourself. And honestly, that's probably the best part about having dreams, is that even when you don't 100% accomplish them, it's the working towards that. And the process is almost better than actually having accomplished the dream. And I mean, if you do accomplish that dream, that's awesome. That's what dreams are for. So I guess the moral of the story is, have dreams. Don't worry if they're unrealistic, but work towards them. Don't expect them to be given to you. And I guess this is something coming from a dad, and take that as you will. Go for it. Go get your dreams. You can't just get them sitting here on the couch. So just do it. Memes.